Hello and welcome. Before you watch this video, please read the description below. There you will find a link to a set of rules. Now these rules, which I developed myself, are the rules this game will be played. I will follow them with all the restrictions to the bitter end. Now, this series may not be too interesting for those who haven't heard of Unreal World game. This is a great game and there are many let's plays on this game on YouTube. If you are interested in the game, then you may probably want to learn the basics first. I won't explain you the basics. I will speak of the game much later on, but this is more of a veteran-based play because I'm quite experienced at this one. That's why I invented all those rules to make my game hard. And the interesting part in all this is this little thing. I will send $1 of donation to Sammy, the developer of this great game, every time I will lose. Well, you can read all the following, all the other things about this Let's Play in the link. I'm too lazy and my accent is too bad to describe it here by voice. So, let's begin. Creating a new character. I will go for custom. Name. I will name him Vaz, because all this game will be just as crazy as Vaz from Far Cry 3. I know that's not a proper Finnish name, but then again, this is not proper Finland, right? Besides, I won't know whom I will play. I may start as Northern, Triber, or Western people. I don't know. I go for random. And we'll hope I will get lucky. Male, of course. Yep. This is pretty much as bearded as am I. Winter. Let's go hardcore. Well, this will be interesting. I will play without rerolls whatsoever. So, as you can see, all my stats are actually below average. This is pretty much as bad as it can be. Finally. For the first time I seem not to be as lucky as I usually am. Starting rituals which I actually can't use from the very beginning, because I forbid myself to do it. But the rituals themselves are quite useful. Quite useful. This little thing is very powerful. It lets you to literally summon a fox in front of you. And general sacrifice will make the spirits quite generous in the future, so I can use this hunter's request to catch a fox more often if I make my sacrifices. Wow, it's been a long time since I had such a weak link. Yep, this is pretty much a suicide mission. I wonder if it's Drake character. Sword, crossbow, shield. Looks pretty much like Drake. Yep, that's a hard one. Alright. I will hope that this is a Drake character. I will hope that this is. And only of this hope, I will choose swords as my primary weapon. Yep. No stealth for me this time. No bows. It's pretty much useless at this level. God damn, this will be hard. 18 survival. Wow. 18 physician. It will be funny if I actually manage to kill myself with physician skill. Fishing. Fishing is pretty much my only hope. So, one last point. I need at least some sort of experience in trekking. I need it, or else I won't be able to maybe even locate villages and hunt. This one is doomed. Are you happy with this? No, I'm not happy. But I will lie to you this time, Savvy. I'm happy. So, this little thing. Following my rules, I must have a blind start. This means that right now I will close my eyes and start randomly. But I see no way to convince you that I actually closed my eyes. So the only way I can actually make it as blind as possible is to randomly press E. Yep. Hurt, helpless, and afraid. Yes. No game course. So, the story, in a few words, is the following. Our poor Vas was beaten to a pulp by NERP Raiders, Eastern Nirpizit Warriors. I'll just call them NERPs, as most people do. His family slayed, his village burned, his friend killed in vain, and he himself left to die in the cold winter environment. Our kind developer Sammy thought that those raiders will actually leave him a knife. A throwing knife, wow. That's pretty much a useful thing. A knife and clothes. Well, if I were a NERP raider living in Iron Age in Finland, of course I wouldn't leave anything to a man whom I left alive for some reason. So I'm now discarding everything I have. You are not carrying anything. I have nothing. Not even the skills. But I have plenty of injuries. A shallow cut in the neck, a serious cut in right shoulder. That's nasty. Bruise in right elbow, shallow cut in groin. I guess I won't have any children. Bruise in left thigh, serious puncture in right eye, bruise in right shoulder. Well, I hope I can at least rise on my feet. Yep, I can. Now, let's imagine for a second. Oh, by the way, I am Drake. Yes, I guessed it. So, as I was saying, let's imagine for a second that you are a 16 years old. As you can see, all characters in this game start at this age. A 16-year-old boy who's severely injured, totally alone, in unknown surroundings, having no idea where is he. He has no one to rely on. He's cold. Soon he'll get hungry, thirsty, weak, and so on. Now, what would you do? Check your surroundings first. Pretty much nothing. Just the trees. And now for the interesting part. Where will you go? Well, technically speaking, there is a certain kind of exploit in this game. You see the upper panel where is Spruce Mire written? Well, when a character changes a tile, walks over a next tile, for a bit of second you can see in the description something like no man's land north to Kamulainen territory. And this way you can imagine vaguely where you actually are. This can be considered as an exploit to quickly make some orientation in your surroundings, or maybe some kind of spiritual guidance. Maybe the spirits try to whisper you something in your ear. Well, that depends on how you want to play. Personally, I never do it. I don't use this option. You see, I start as a Dreek character. The Dreeks are probably quite weak, as you can see, looking at my skills. Wow, mad skills. But in my rule system, Dreeks are actually quite easy to start, because Dreek villages are the easiest to find. So, my strategy will be going extreme south first. I will head south until I stumble upon an ocean. Why not west, you may ask? Well, it's winter, alright. I'm 16 years old boy who is pretty cold right now. So naturally, what I would do in his place is look at the sun, determine where south is, and run south. I know that in terms of game mechanics it really doesn't matter where I am, in extreme south or extreme north. It has no impact on temperature. But hey, sometimes I make these roleplay things to make my experience even harder. Okay. I made myself a torch. You should always have a torch, at least one. And here they are. Just trying to find a couple of trunks to keep myself warm. Wow, this will take forever to start a single fire. God damn it. I never had such a low survival skill. Never. That's just fantastic. Come on. You see, if you start one fire being naked like that, you will never get extremely warm status like sweating or sweating a lot. The best you can get is hot, and hot is, well, you will cold out pretty soon. Look, it's noon already. Noon. Yeah, fuck. Always pick up the branches, don't leave them underfoot. You don't want to get a burn in addition to those injuries. Now I can make another torch. Torch. Alright. Actually, I don't have the time to stay here for long. I need to get moving fast. Come on, where is this stupid path? Well, my first goal is to find myself a river. I can't move on through the gameplay until I reach a native village, but finding is finding a river is much more important. This is one of the reasons why heading south actually makes more sense than straight west. South or north will make you find that river more faster. Of course, the most stupid way you can choose is to head east, because there can be no rivers in Far East. If you get lucky, you just stumble across an edge of the map. If you don't get too lucky, you'll find yourself some nerves trouble. The berries are the only way to keep my thirst at bay until I find a river. But actually, I'll need cloudberries for it. Other berries are better than nothing, of course, but they don't make much difference. Oops. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are evil. They will bring you no good. Oh shit, that's not mushrooms, that's my incredible herbler skill. Yes, this must be cloudberries actually. Yep, that's cloudberries. Okay, so I guess I'd better stay here for a bit. Gather some of these. Come on. Put yourself together, boss. It's just incredible. He can do anything, literally. Wow. I don't need much, actually. They are quite, well, common to come by. So I'll just make sure I have enough to make another mad dash south. Yep, here's that path. Mad dashing. I don't need to slow down at this step. I could probably notice some tracks here and there, but let's be realistic. Tracking 9. I won't notice the tracks even if a deer will be standing right next to me. This is hopeless. what I can do is to keep an eye on herbs. The only good thing of starting on that month, which is October, I believe, is you can't come by on bad herbs during this period. Any herb you will find is a good herb. It will somewhat help me heal my wounds when I find that river. Well, no herbs for me yet. And here comes evening, so it will be night. Let's start a fire until I'm got frozen. Maybe find another trunk. Well, I am cold and not frozen. Come on. I will need every help I can get. Nature, give me some help. I mean, give us some help. Of course, he is not as jolly as I am now. He's actually quite desperate and sad and lonely. Come on, get yourself at least something. At least a warm one. Well, sometimes you have no choice but to start a little forest fire. It's not a very effective way to keep yourself warm, more like get warm fast. The trees will burn out soon for some reason. See, it's gone. Yep, I'm really bad at this. Can't start any fire. That nasty cut in my groin. Haul it. Another good thing to keep an eye on is the time of the day. It's good to mad dash further during light time, when you can actually see what is around you. You can use torches, of course, but it's much effective this way. Early morning, I'm sweating a lot, which is good. During the Iron Age, it's good to be all this sweaty type. More cloudberries. This will keep me less thirsty. Can't do much to my starvation though. With cloudberries I will be at best malnourished. So if I won't find a river, I will get weaker and weaker. my walking speed will drop even further below to the very 0 point. Then the first snow will fall. But as a Drake character, I believe I'll find the village. Prefer the first snow. I will definitely do it. Okay, now this is little game trap. You see, I'm rather warm now. Well, the temperature is pretty much as minimal as it can get during this time of year. So if I don't start a fire just about right now, I will get frozen immediately. "21. Well, at least it grows fast. See? Freezing. I'm freezing. Now I get about roughly 2 or 3 more tries, and then hello my first frostbite. 1, 2, 3. No frostbite yet. 4. Sheesh. Well, so far so lucky, I guess. It could be worse. I've seen worse. So, why did I choose swords? First of all, I didn't have much choice. I can't beat my enemies with a shield, right? And other skills are just too low. Even if I raise them, they will be pretty much useless. And 40% at swords, if I get lucky and get myself a battle sword, is actually a very capable, very decent level. Not all is lost. Come on. More firewood is required. Sorry, lost my attention for a moment. So, maybe this time I get lucky starting this forest fire. So, my bruise and shallow cut in groin has fully healed. So maybe I will have children someday. If it's really fully healed, which I really doubt. Okay. Got a nice little fire. Eat some berries. Gotta eat them all to keep myself fast. 2 kilometers. Guess pretty much awful. Got some branches, make some fires. Hope to get warm. Get warm. Come on. Hot. Well, I've got better things to do anyway. So, the idea behind all this Let's Play is the following. I really think that this game is easy. When you get a knack of it, it gets pretty much as Sims experience. Sims hippie style. You're just living, chilling, but you are all alone. Which is actually pretty much better than Sims. Still better than Sims. But I want survival, hardcore survival as this game was intended to be from the beginning. I can't stand all the exploits which I can use, make my character godlike, slaying all those nerds villages one by one, single-handed. So I really hope that I'm wrong. This game can be actually hard. That's why I almost got myself burnt over there. So this is why I developed all these rules. Now I play by these rules. I hope that this game will someday own me. I will happily say then that Sammy, I was wrong. Please take this money. Make me happy. Develop new versions. Make it harder. Keep on the good work. Well, he is keeping the good work, of course. I may say as much as I want, but this game is still great. This is a fantastic game. Well, I'm freezing again. A fantastic one.